Hager TV. I'm so glad that you're here. Click subscribe and ring that bell so that you get notified every time we upload a new video. I have my husband on the show today, and he's going to tell all. What is it like to be married to Melissa Hager? Or how about how much can we hurt Melissa Hager's feelings today? Or am I ever going to get laid again? I don't know. I don't know what we're going to call this video yet.
Might need to get hold of your lawyer.
Okay, so hi, honey.
Hi, how are you today?
Robert Hager, my spouse. Almost 10 years.
10 years, October 22nd this year.
Yeah, how exciting. That's crazy.
Yes.
I've never had a job that long.
I've never had a wife that long. It's my only wife, though, so I can only say that.
So what's it like to be married to me?
It's every day's an adventure.
Is it?
It totally. So a lot of people say that, but no, it's definitely an adventure every day. It's like a roller coaster ride, and you better have your seatbelt on because you never know what's coming.
I know you mean that in the nicest way.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, because it has peaks and valleys, just like a roller coaster. So.
So, as you're going up, click, 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 click.
Yeah.
You're like, oh no, here it comes.
Yes, exactly. Usually filled with excitement, though.
Yeah?
Yeah, usually that's why I say a roller coaster ride, because roller coasters are exciting to people. So,
what do you think is the most annoying things about my personality?
The most annoying? Probably just little pet peeves that that you'll say, hey, you didn't pick your socks up over here, and then I'm like, the next day your socks are laying there. I'm like, but I'm not as picky like that, so I'm like, I don't care. Mm-hmm. So you're saying
I call you out on stuff, but then I do the same
absolutely.
thing?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's like,
come on,
really?
I don't do that.
Oh yeah, what, today so far, or what? Yeah, it's just
You call me a hypocrite.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit, because that's probably my biggest thing in the whole marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah, those things like that where I know that you do the same exact things, but maybe I should be calling her out. But I'm more laid back. So,
mm-hmm. So what you say I'm not laid back?
Well, yeah, you are, but I'm just more laid back.
Yeah.
So
gotcha.
it takes a lot. I don't mind criticism. You do. So so I just let mine roll.
Oh, what do you mean?
And, not every marriage is perfect, so I'm not gonna lie. I let mine build up sometimes, and I shouldn't. And I get into a little argument with my wife about every 6 months, where I'm like, I let it all out, the whole 6 months worth of stuff, and she just gives it to me every day. So I think it's probably better just to give it little by little than to get the whole thing, because that's when the emotions come.
Well, you got to let the steam out. There's the pressure release.
Yeah, I'm not good at that.
No,
I'm not good at that.
Clearly not.
No. I didn't come from a household like that.
No.
My household that I came from was quite like you. Just let the steam out all at once every day. So.
Okay, so do you think I'm funny?
Absolutely. You have me laughing all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, even if it's not intentional, it's just like, I can't believe she just did that.
Well, like what?
Well, just make a joke, or hey, let's go make a video out of the blue. I've never been on videos, I have very good comfort zones.
Yeah.
And you're like, come on, it'd be fun. We do this together. So you never know. So she's just funny, and she's always trying to make people laugh, because her thing always is saying, if there was a little bit more laughter in the world would be a better place. And I'm just like, that's something I hear on snooze. But it never happens.
No, don't put me in that category.
But yeah, she's definitely a goofball. So no matter where she goes, she's got the most weirdest expressions on her face when she's trying to make people laugh. I'm like, that just makes me laugh thinking just your expression. So it ain't even about what she said. It was just like, why'd you look like this? Or something, So.
Well, we have had a lot of learning curve, with each other, because I like to be so out in the public, and you're a little bit more of a private guy. I'm so thankful that you're even willing to be on this video with me. You're kind of scooting out into the YouTube world, being on my channel some more, and I really appreciate it. But because you work a lot, you're over the road truck driver, you do a lot to provide for our family. You can't come to very many comedy shows. We have started doing drag queen bingo. We do all these events, and I'm kind of there on my own. How come it's okay with you that I'm out by myself? Like, you know, some guys are very jealous. Some guys are very, like, possessive, and they're, like, gotta check in all the time. Why are you so easygoing with me?
Well, I think when you marry someone, you want them to be who they are. Because when I met you, that's who you are. You were an outgoing, bubbly person. So if you're trying to change them too much or put restrictions on, you're not going to have a successful marriage. And so, like, I like that you have enough of that for both of us, because that way our kids have both sides of us. Mm-hmm. They have an adventurous side, and they have just a regular family lifestyle too. But so a good balance of both is good, because
like a more outgoing and then maybe a more introvert type. Is that what you say?
Yeah,
is that what you mean?
Right. Yeah. And I have my fun side. Don't get me wrong. I like to be out a lot more. When I met you, we were partying our butts off. So
we were all
that
the
fit
time.
my personality. It's just. It's like as soon as those two little things popped out of you, they were like, hey, you know, my perspective changed a little bit. Having you out there in the world doing what you do is fantastic, because it's what makes you happy. And my job as a husband is to make sure my family's happy and my wife is happy. Everything. It's a package. So if you're taking care of your household, you won't have nothing to worry about.
And we haven't always been very good at communicating. Like, we've gone days and days without talking, not because we're mad at each other. We just get busy. You're on the road. I'm busy doing stuff with the kids and business.
Right.
So we kind of, you know, grow apart during the week, and then you're back home on the weekend. And we have tried to do way better with that. We've tried to do better with communicating. We got Marco Polo, where we can send videos and talk to each other a little bit more. We're texting more, calling more. So do you think that it's you or me that gets distracted and then kind of...
I think both of us. Because I'm in a world where my days is not always done like a 9-to-5 job. Sometimes I'm done at 5 in the morning. Sometimes I'm done at 3 in the morning.
Right.
Sometimes I'm done at 11 o'clock in the afternoon. So, and my wife is a businesswoman. She's got to run errands. So some of our stuff sometimes overlaps. So, but at least we understand that, and we're fine with that. You know, it works for us. Mm-hmm. And that's because as our marriage has gotten almost to 10 years now, the trust keeps going up and up and up, and you got to have good, solid trust. And as the trust goes up, those little insecurities kind of dwindle out and leave your life. Mm-hmm. You know, and I believe that's probably just Satan trying to get in your life.
Yeah, totally.
So if you are a good overall trust and stuff like that, you can go those periods without communication and still have a successful marriage.
Okay, so what am I like on show days when I have a comedy show?
Train wreck. Train wreck. Get out of the house. Get out of the house. Send the kids to the in-laws, to my mom and dad's, because she'll be pacing the house. Because she wants to do a great job for what her people pay to see.
Oh.
She takes their feelings in consideration so much that it's like... So I've learned to just like turn it off and just let her do what she needs to do, because she wants to pace the house. She wants to go over her routine, and and she's doing entertainment. So there's a lot of highs and lows in that too. With not just her, she's dealing with people that are working for her. Like, someone might cancel a show in 2 days and be like, "Hey, I got to replace this person," but she can't usually like, "You're a effing..."
Yeah.
She's got to be like professional. She's got to keep the relations professional, because as bad as you want to help someone, they have lives and things happen too. So she does a great job of balancing them all. But yeah, definitely train wreck on show day. It's like, and all it is she's trying to get calm, ready to nail this. I remember when you first started your shows, it was like, I need a half gallon of Tito's and a thing of cranberry juice. Let's do this show. And now it's like she can go do her shows without it, so it's a little bit nicer now.
I can do it totally sober now.
Yeah.
Totally. But I used to, even Jaeger bombs, remember? I used to have Jaeger and Red Bull. Yeah, and I'm like, I got to do 2 a half hour before the show.
Yeah, she's kind of like the Ron White. Ron White's got his scotch and his bourbon, sitting out on stage. And she carried a little cooler behind her backstage, so... Just saying.
I used to.
Yeah, they actually had wheels on it. I'm not lying.
Yeah.
It had wheels on it with a blue cooler with a handle up with a alcohol on it. So,
You're giving out all my secrets.
yeah, she got the job done, though.
Who do you think is funnier, you or me? Because you tell me jokes all the time that you tell me I should tell.
Well, obviously she must be more successful. She's got a business and people actually pay to see hers. Mine revolve around a few people at deer camp with drinking. So, well, you know what? She's got BYOB, so people are drinking at hers too.
Yeah,
but she's funnier than me, even though I just say, "Dad, no, that was funny," and she's not even laughing.
Well, sometimes you don't laugh at my stuff either when I'm testing
I
it
laugh
out.
inside though.
I will get so angry. I'll test a joke out on him, and I worked hard on it, and then he'll just like, "Oh yeah, that was pretty good." But then he'll come to a show and hear the same joke, and he has very distinctive laughter. You can hear his laughter. And I will hear you in the back of the room laugh at that joke, and I'm on stage, and I actually get mad at you. Like, I'm on stage thinking, you son of a... I can't believe it. You didn't laugh at home.
I'm just trying to be a good audience member and pay attention to actually what the joke says. So I'm trying to listen to all the lines to think, does that make sense for the audience you're going to?
Okay.
So that's how I thing. Even though you want me to just bust out laughing, I'm just trying to. It's like being the author.
Right.
I want to make sure what you're telling is a good for your audience, and not like, honey, I can't believe you're going to do that to your audience. You know. And there's been some of those too. So.
There has been. You're right. There has been. Sometimes I say something and you're like, what the heck?
Yeah, I'm hoping. I think I might have got a joke in her comedy show once or twice because I do this all the time. I'd be like, honey, listen to this. I think this would work in your show. And I get the roll the eyes thing. Like, okay. That I'm sure that'll work for my 3 guys. F the other 180 in the crowd. So...
Yeah, what about all the women?
I would have laughed,
that
though.
are going to hate that. Yeah.
I would have been like, yeah, I taught her that joke. So, I'd have been proud of it, though.
Yeah, okay. Dang, what's something I like that nobody knows I like?
That nobody knows you like? Shabathing.
Yeah.
Shabathing. After a good night of partying it up or out of the comedy show and it's been late, it's like if anybody doesn't know what shabathing is, it's kind of like having the shower, but you're sitting in the bath. I'm sure she's just reminiscing over the night that went on, but...
I love sitting in a warm bath, but I also love the trickle of the shower.
Yeah, she actually does... I'm just joking. Yeah. She actually does that even without that part of it, but...
Yeah. No, you're right. No, you're right. It is mostly when I've drank, maybe too much, but it feels good. It really does.
She has done it several times, even without drinking alcohol.
Shabathing. That is a name we gave it.
That's what she gave it.
A shower bath.
And there's a lot of her friends that knows her and knows that she likes shabathing. So, but not like 1 or 2. So.
Word of advice, do not try to shabath in a tiny camper because you will overflow the tiny bathtub that is in the camper.
I didn't know that one yet.
Oh, okay. So I shouldn't have said that.
Well, no, just don't jump in the deep end.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you one that I thought you were going to say. I really like your foot rubs. Yes, and
I'm glad you do. And not a lot of people know that, but I love to give out foot rubs to my wife. Yeah, she gets a benefit of it.
Don't just line up at my house thinking you're going to just get a foot rub, ladies, because I know a lot of girls are going to start salivating over this because most of us, I think, love foot rubs.
And it's not like it's not a play to like have sexual encounters or anything like that.
I know when it is because I get a calf rub and then I get a knee rub and then I get a thigh rub. That's when I know the motivation. But when you just stay on the feet, I know you're really doing it. 95%
of the time I just do like a foot rub because it sounds weird, but it actually makes my hands feel good.
Oh, really?
Because like I drive a semi-truck, so my hands are closed all the time driving, and I think it just is the way it works out the muscles in my hand or something. So I'm just like, hey, it's just like, do you really want to do that? Well, I wouldn't ask you if I didn't really want to do that.
Yeah, because most often I'm thinking about it, but you actually say it because I don't want to be a pest.
Right.
But we'll be watching a movie and you're like, do you want me to rub your feet? And I'm like, are you sure?
Yeah, and I'm like, hey, you want me to get the lotion too? Because you get busted both worlds.
It's really great.
Because then my hands actually dry up on the roads too, being out in the weather all the time.
Yeah.
So now I get moisturized hands and massage my hands at the same time. But she benefits too. So
it's a Wonderful. What a great human. Thank you. I'm getting. Can I have a foot rub when we get home?
Absolutely. Might have a thigh rub and a knee rub. You never know.
What am I like at home? I think most people would think a big personality, someone who likes to be out in the public and kind of wild and crazy, almost willing to do anything on camera, almost. That maybe our house is like just all kinds of disorganization and crazy, wild mess. Like, describe what we live like, because I mostly take care of the house.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're looking at, we're probably that 90% people that we keep pretty tight ship in our house. But for the kids in our house when she's home, the kids are always, they're bathed, they're clothed, they have food on the table. And we're one of those families, we don't really go to restaurants. Like 95% of the time, actually higher than that, probably 98% of the time, my wife makes dinner for us and our family every day. And she's always trying to make sure we have vegetables and different things prepped into there. Like show nights might be a little bit different. It's a little bit sporadic. Mm-hmm. We don't know what we're going to have.
Right, we don't.
Usually Saturday's leftover pizza from Lazy Dogs that we have. But
yeah, from the show.
But we love Lazy Dog pizza.
We do love Lazy Dog.
Oh my God, my fat side loved it so well. They got amazing boneless wings.
Yes, they do.
So, but no, she does a really good job at our house keeping us going, and me and the kids, sometimes we're not appreciative enough about that. So because we could do more to help her out. But, a lot of times she just lets me, because I'm gone during the week, to play with the kids and just let me go to things. And so, like, I try to be like, this is your time to relax and, take some time for yourself and I like to go play with the kids. So I get to play with the toys, too.
So when I'm watching TV, what am I watching?
Definitely going to be Law and Order. Law and Order.
Oh, no, you're going to tell them.
It's got to be something with someone getting killed or raped or stabbed, and then tell me about her nightmares the next day that she had. So I guess you only get what you ask for. So, but
Law and Order SVU, we actually just got Hulu. I don't know if you know this or not, but we just got Hulu because they had all the seasons.
Oh,
so I started at 0.
Well, at least it doesn't cost that much.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. So if I'm listening to my phone, what am I typically listening to?
Your YouTube or your comedy videos that you made. So she's typically laughing at herself. So,
well, I have to critique myself and make stuff better.
Or I come home and she's like, hey, our oldest son is a little like my wife. So they're always trying to find ways to make videos for themselves. So they do TikTok, they do other things. So
are you a bit nervous?
No, well, I didn't really want to be here, so I was made to be here. So obviously I'm just wanting to get this over with and get on with my life. This is a big inconvenience for me.
I'll come home and there'll be like 20 outfits out, and she's did TikTok videos and all different things.
Remind me of everything tonight. Yes, I'm in the zone. Dreaming about the things that we could be.
But they're funny though. I mean,
You ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
It does destroy the house.
It's anything to do with entertainment is usually what you're doing.
Yeah.
So anything that keeps you laughing or thinking in that world. So, like usually, most guys come home and they got a laundry list of projects to do. I come home, my wife's got a laundry list of YouTube videos to make. So
it's just different, right?
Right. So I'm starting to get in there. So she's got my son going. So you know what? Hey, I'm starting to do all right. So.
What's something gross about me?
I gotta say, I don't know of anything that's gross about you, really. She's very hygienic, or whatever you want to call it. Hygienic, yeah, she's very hygienic. She's bubbly. If there's one thing that she needs her sleep.
Yeah.
She's got to have, some people, I operate absolutely, you ask my wife, 5 hours, 4 hours, 3 hours. I do good all day long. It doesn't matter how much sleep I get. 7, 8 hours of sleep minimum, or don't go bother her.
And then I'm gonna need a nap.
Yeah, if she doesn't get that, she's gonna get even get 8 hours. She might need a nap too. But.
And I gotta tell you, I attribute that to my high level of energy throughout the day, and that you kind of go in these dips. And now that I'm losing weight, I've noticed I've gotten better with that. But when I was over 300 pounds, if I didn't get 8 hours of sleep, I would say it in the morning, wouldn't I? I'm like,
Right.
I'm taking a nap today. I need a nap today. Don't bother me. I'm taking a nap today.
And you're right. Now, when I come home and like even this morning, for say the kids are going to school and she's up, and she's already doing things, and it wasn't like that when your weight was up there. So
Right.
yeah, it's not as bad as it was, but she still needs sleep.
Yeah, I do.
She does. 5 hours of sleep doesn't cut it for this woman.
And what am I like when I don't get much sleep?
I just go shopping, go somewhere else, or take the kids and go do something because it doesn't flow well.
Right.
I've seen her cry several times from not getting a nap, especially when I first met my wife. She did real estate. I think that I contribute that real estate definitely damaged her because she'd go show houses in the morning. She'd come back, get her nap. I think it was just a learning curve.
Yeah.
And it was like nap, real estate, nap, real estate,
Right.
nap, party.
Yeah.
So maybe the naps were just a contribute of partying
To
at
stay
night.
up later.
Yeah.
Well, and when you say I cry a lot, or if you like I cry, it's not like I cry like I can easily be brought to tears.
Oh, no.
Like emotional,
No.
right?
No, it's just like usually it is because of knowing what her schedule is for tomorrow.
Yeah.
And if I don't get this amount of sleep, I may not be able to give everybody the proper attention that I want to give them.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's a businesswoman. So her thing is to make sure her clients and people are completely satisfied, because that's how you do business, is to build relationships. And if that relationship, if she looks like she's yawning over there the whole time, that's not going to look professional. So I know.
You really see all that stuff?
I do. I just,
That's so nice.
I'm just
it's
more of
not-
a silent partner kind of.
Yeah.
I'm not a big talker like that, but I mean, I appreciate my wife and what she does for other people, because that's her goal in life, is to make sure that the world is a better place.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
I can't believe you actually know that.
Absolutely. It's without a shadow of doubt. I know what you bring to the table, and it's what's nice that boys have that part in their life too. So.
Oh. So every young man at some point must think about who they're going to marry someday. Did you ever think you'd be married to have you always been attracted to loud, outgoing people? Like, what kind of girls have you dated? Well, I mean, I guess I kind of know, but you tell.
Well, no, most of them have been pretty conservative, quiet people, and not even drinkers per se. Or when I first met you, we did a lot of drinking.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have that. Like, I used to go out and I would do stuff like that, but then I would meet someone and they were very conservative, and I'm like, man, I know they're a good person, but they're not the fit for me.
Yeah.
Like, so I would get bored
Yeah.
because they didn't want to do that. And I met someone that filled my cup the same way. So it was nice to go out and enjoy life, because I like to enjoy life.
Yeah.
I don't, I like my conservative side at home, but I mean, like, when I say that, I like the best of both worlds. I would like to do my hunting, fishing. That's my relaxed time.
Mm-hmm.
But I also like to have the outside world too, like, because of all the things we deal with, you want to be able to let down your hair sometime.
Right,
So,
right. Totally. That's fun. So, is there anything else you can think of that you should tell people about me?
Yeah. My wife is smoking hot. So like, I really love the way she so the one
I'm
thing
blushing.
that I will never get tired of is when she says, I want to go clothes shopping, because she does an awesome job with her makeup and clothes. It is sexy. It is hot. So for me, it's a benefit. So when husband's like, you're spending more money on clothes, I'm like, hey, you're a professional business when we get out to do it, but it's only because of me. Gets to look at all the, like the coyote and the roadrunner.
Oh, thanks.
So
Wow. That was unexpected, like totally unexpected. Let's go shopping.
yeah, or like that, or your nails. She always does a good job with her hair and nails, and her new hairstyle is the best ever. So
I had dark hair when we met, and then I kind of gradually
yeah,
went
but I
more
like the
towards,
shade of the purple in it.
Yeah.
It looks really good.
I went
'cause-
towards more blonde, and then it's dark again, and that I wondered if that was something you were attracted to or not.
No, I definitely, even when we first met, it was dark, and I liked it, and I liked the purple in it. And my wife also asked me, like, hey, what do you think for nails? And I'm like, let's get something glittery, let's get something Christmassy, because I know that fills her up too, like, because at the holidays, that's what she likes. So be in tune with what your woman likes, because you get benefits too.
Yeah. Well, and I think people would probably assume that our relationship is all about me. Like, oh, you do so much for her, considering her feelings, considering what she likes. Like, what do you get out of the deal?
Well, believe it or not, she really is in tune to what I need. She's always in tune to my needs. From the bedroom to me and the kids to just what I want, and I usually don't ask for a lot, and she knows that's not my personality. So she'll take initiative to get things she knows I want. She knows me better than anybody. So she'll be like, I know you want this. You're just not going to ask for me to buy it for you, because I don't usually think I need a lot other than like to go hunting, fishing, like even go to work. I dress pretty low key at work. I'm not like jogging pants, a t-shirt, and my wife's like, I know I got a good looking husband. I would like to, this, but hey, I'm not out there for other people. So when we go someplace, I'm all about dressing up and doing whatever she wants. But she's definitely in tune to like all our family needs, and she doesn't hold back, and she doesn't let anybody tell her anything different. That's just, hey, you don't like what me and my family doing? I didn't ask you anyways. So
yeah, that's not always been very easy for me, but I feel confident in the direction that we're going and the things that we're doing, and I think our family kicks ass.
Yeah, it does. And there's you always say there's, the man should be the leader of the house. I think it's both, because there's nothing wrong with being the leader of the house, strong, and there's nothing wrong, but she's totally our leader over all of our house.
You're a great leader of our house.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
I'm saying, though, but you're the bread and butter that keeps everything moving in our house.
Aww.
So, but I also know that I have a strong enough woman. If I say something and say, no, this is what we're doing, she's like, okay, this is what we're doing. She gives me my 2 cents when I want to put it in there. If it's like, she's a good enough woman to follow suit. So, but for the most part, she's our bread and butter, and she takes care of our everyday everything. So I don't know how she does it all, because I'm just like,
you've noticed.
Yeah, and sometimes I keep handing her more and more and more, because what all can I get out of this woman?
Okay,
she writes my checks and everything.
Glad you know. I'm glad you know that. No, I think that our marriage is very unique, and I'm sure a lot of people could say that, but also I think that when people consider being married, and especially like you hit those mile markers, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, it's easy to think like you're just like everybody else, or we're just vanilla, or that's just not for us, or you and I are very different, but yet we both have a lot of fun. I know how to enjoy quiet time. You know how to enjoy loud time. You're a great dancer. Oh my gosh, you're such an insanely awesome dancer. Like that is like
sing is my thing. I should be in the entertainment business.
You should be.
I'll be the next Wayne Brady.
For real. Like a whiter version. People are always shocked when we go to karaoke, and I'm like, oh my gosh, wait till Rob sings. You're such a good entertainer. You are good at it.
I like to, and me, I'm that 2-drink in, and I kind of like loosen up.
Yeah,
so
totally.
But yeah, we do balance each other out really good, and and I think that's what makes it. Because if we liked everything the same, we would be fighting for domination on everything.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to have give and play. So like, I think that's what makes it, and you should always try to appreciate what the other one brings to the table, because in marriage and kids and jobs, it's easy to lose track of that. So, I do that sometimes. I'll get caught up, and she goes, you really haven't been filling my cup up lately. And I'm like, you know what? That's a reminder. I'll do better at it. And for the next few months, and then for the next couple months, it gets really good. And it's just because of life is like that. So, for me at least, and just try to keep the other person in your life feeling like they're wanted and needed, because it will lead to all the benefits across the board. So,
good advice. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
I'm glad you told everybody all my secrets.
Yeah, there's more, but there's but
Well, is there anything that you haven't mentioned that you need to say? You need to get off your chest. Now's the time. They're watching. Now's the time.
No, we're good. there's only so much hole digging you can do in one day. So.
Okay. So we'll
With
just
another adventure, we'll talk about it more.
We'll release the pressure another time.
Yeah, I feel like I got some steam off.
Yeah, good. Okay, well, if you want to see Robert Hager back again on Melissa Hager TV, make sure that you comment below and let us know that you've enjoyed this special guest. Obviously, I have. I think this is by far the most handsome guest I've had on the show.
Yeah, if you want to know any more secrets, let me know. Just comment below, and I will send you something, and then you'll have some blackmail to get some free entertainment.
You smart ass. Oh my gosh. All right, I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll talk again soon.
Bye.
Later.